Hello everyone, it's Megan Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to the 293rd episode of Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. Today is November 1, 2020. It's a Sunday. It's a rainy Sunday morning here in the Philippines. I woke up early to make a regular podcast today. Mama just went to church and I am scheduled to go to church on the third service in the afternoon. So we are expecting a storm. It is already within our area. So here in Metro Manila, we are up to signal number 3. So it is a pretty strong storm with strong winds. So we needed to prepare for it. So it is a little bit dim today. But I would like to share to you guys the projects that I have been undertaking these past days. I wasn't able to accomplish much because we have been running errands during this week. But first off, I'm quite happy to announce that I was able to put up the Tagalog tutorial for this wallet here, a heart-shaped wallet, which translated in Tagalog is Paano mag-bead ng Hugis-Puso na wallet. So I have that already up last Tuesday. So if you guys are interested on making them, I will put the link on the description box below. I also have an English version for this tutorial, but the difference is it has a borderline to it. So I will also find that and put the link below. If you are interested more on the written pattern, I have it already available on my blog, which is gantsilyera.blogspot.com. I will put the link on the description box. So I'm quite glad to make this wallets here. The only missing part is the zippers, so I'm quite happy that I was able to make some of them. And then, out of a whim, the other day, I decided to make this overdue project here, which is the fish, the beaded fish. The other day, I just took some chalk beads and figured out the shaping of it. It's a pretty simple project to make. So, this one is in plain color and with the black eyes. I decided to incorporate other colors to it. So this is how the second one turned out, with some type of scale-like features to it or detail. So I made them in a maximum of 3 colors per piece. And so since I am enjoying working on them, the other day, I decided to pick up the acrylic rough beads. They are always in a 6mm size. So I picked them up and used my favorite combination of all time, which are the yellow, fuchsia pink, and orange. And then I made more of them. So I have this one here, a maximum of 3 colors each. And I was working on this the other day, starting from 9 a.m. up until the half of the afternoon. And I was able to make 10 pieces of them. So I'm quite happy about that. And the only thing that needed to be done for this is to put a keyring by using a jump ring. And then I can maybe gift them for Christmas. So I really enjoyed working on them. And I'm gonna try to make a tutorial in Tagalog and in English for this ones. You may have noticed from my tutorial about this heart wallet that I was able to merge the files up until 32 minutes. So I'm quite happy about that. Usually in the past, I break down my tutorials into 2 to 3 parts. But since I was able to merge that, I was quite happy to do so. So for this fish keychains, I think it is going to be lesser minutes making them. They only have 9 rows to them, and they are very quick to make. So I enjoyed working on that. Okay, the next one that I want to share with you guys is my puppet theater box. You may have seen me make some puppets for Daniel. So the other day or yesterday, I took the time to make a theater box out of styrofoam. When I was laying the other day or the other night, I'm thinking of how to make it. When we were younger and during my kindergarten class, one of my classmates has produced um, this box here which looks like a television. So I'm wondering how it is made. So yesterday I was able to somewhat figure it out using some styrofoam. So this is how it turned out. For the pillars of it, I used some styrofoam and I covered it with coloring paper. So what I did was I made this a square part here, sticking them together with stick and glue, and then covering them up with colored paper and tape. So this is how it looked like. So it looks like a television, but it is really some type of puppet theater. So for the back part, I use this bamboo flute here that is already broken. I have two of them. So I was able to incorporate it here, and I put some wiring with hole in it so that I can insert it. And then I put there some type of scroll, some pages of Daniel's coloring book, and then I drawn on them, or I colored them, so it will have this type of effect. So I can scroll this part here so that the scenery or the background will change. So now it has a train as a background. I have 4 sceneries for this. So the last one is a ship. So I can easily insert the puppets inside of this mechanism and then play with it with Daniel. So I can have a maximum of 2 puppets inside. I remember Miss Jan saying that when she and her son her son was younger, they used to play puppet theater and make some scripts. So I think I'm gonna make a script so that we can use this for that, some storytelling of some sort. So for this one, I wanted to spruce it up a bit and maybe put some curtains as a background or for these parts here. So I needed to spruce this up a bit, but I'm quite happy to accomplish this yesterday. I was knocking my brain on how it is going to work out, but I was able to put them together, and I'm quite happy on how it turned out. So we are going to play with it, Daniel and I, and I'm hoping that it wouldn't get broken easily. So that is the third project that I want to share with you guys. The fourth one, I think which is the last one, is this chenille yarn that I used for knitting. So I used this bamboo needles here for this project. So I was able to make it as high, although I think I needed to make it higher. And then I was able to put together the bottom part so it will have a round shaping to it. But I don't have enough fiber fill for it to fill it up. So I don't know if I'm going to continue working on it or just turn it into a hat. But I'm still gonna try to make it into a pumpkin. So this is just some 2x2 ribbing type of knitting. Purl 2, knit 2. So I'm still going to continue working on this project, but I just want to show you guys my progress with it. So that is the last project that I was able to accomplish. Oddly enough, I wasn't able to make any crochet project this past week. I don't know why. I just wanted to make some small projects that will be a instant gratification to me. And then one of my followers on my Gantsilyera page has been asking about this wallet that she has a picture of. She showed me a picture of it. So yesterday I was trying to figure it out. So I think this is how it is worked. The bottom part is in a hexagonal type of clusters. And then you round it up by putting cluster of fives at the edges on the ends of it. And then working it up around until you reach this I think 6 or 7 row. So the only difference is instead of putting another a top for it, you can just pinch the top part and put a zipper to it. I think that is how this works. So the nail, if you are watching, I have figured out somewhat how to work on the wallet that you are asking about. So this is how it is worked out. There's a round bottom and then just a few rows up, and then you pinch it and put a zipper on it. So I don't know if I'm gonna make a tutorial for this, but I'm gonna try to. I'm sorry, my messenger is having some updates. Okay. So now for some light stuff or some topics that I want to discuss with you guys. So we were running errands the other day, last Thursday. One of the kagawad from our barangay has called Mama, but I was able to answer it, and they are saying that we can we have a payout for our PWD allowance. So we needed to go to this certain school to have it processed so that we will have it. So the other day, Mama, my tito and I went there. So we needed to process some papers first before going there. So we were able to do that. So my tito and I went there using a motorcycle, which is his motorbike. But in the morning, we have lined up for it, but we have reached the outer part of the school. Then someone said, come noon, that we can just come back and eat first because there are plenty of people inside the school that needed to be processed first. So what we did was we went back home to eat, and then we went back there in the afternoon, and we were lining up, and this facilitator is checking our requirements, and she saw mine, and she saw that my PWID is expired already. I have it May 2017, so it expired for 3 years. So it expired last February, so I needed to have it renewed. So she told me that I needed to go to City Hall to have it processed. So I went back home and I asked Mama to come with me so that I can have it renewed. And I am quite happy that I have already the requirements on hand so that it will be easier for me to get my ID renewed. And I already have some ID pictures available, so I'm quite glad about that. So when we went to City Hall, we processed it right away. So we were able to go back to the school to have my payout for my financial aid. It has been a long line and it took all day to be processed, but I'm quite happy because you weren't able to go back the next day. It was processed the whole day and I was able to get my financial aid. So that is the reason why, one of the reasons why I wasn't able to make much. And I kind of lost my crow hoe in a way, but I'm quite glad that I have other stuff that I can make to show you guys. So that is one of the stories. I'm hoping you don't get bored with me. The other day, there's this film that I watched on Netflix called The Mirror Has Two Faces, and it is from Barbara Streisand. I was able to watch some of her old films, but in the end, I am a little bit disappointed because the two main characters didn't end up together. But in this movie, they ended up together, and I am quite satisfied on how it ended. And there's this part where she is giving a lecture. So that may be my favorite part of all. So if you are finding something to watch on Netflix, I will definitely recommend The Mirror Has Two Faces. And I think Miss Barbara Streisand is also the director for that movie. And then I was able to watch the sequel of The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, and The Scorpion King. And recently, I was able to have this new series, which I think is a Hallmark movie of sorts, or from the Hallmark genre, if I may say so. So it is called Chesapeake Shores. It is a story about a certain family, and I think they have individual love stories of their own, the four siblings. So I have been watching that recently. And also lately I have been playing this game called Darkness and Flame. It is from the makers of Lost Lands that we have been playing way back. So I was able to install that, and I'm on the fourth part of it now. And I'm enjoying figuring out the puzzles and the hidden objects within the game. So I think my ate is also playing that. So I am not really into Ragnarok right now, although I am still playing it. I don't know if I'm going to uninstall it. Maybe I am gonna leave it as is and just play it whenever I can. So for my cell phone, my other cell phone, as you can see, the casing that I have now is completely broken. So I needed a change for it. So I'm hoping to buy one later. And I'm aiming to list the tumbler holders with long straps on my Shopee account. So I'm going to do that also later. So if you are interested on the things that I have shown for the tutorials, I will put the links on the description box below along with my social media information if you want to contact me. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe. The kids are not here. They are still in Antipolo, and I think Kuya is going to fetch them tomorrow. We're just gonna let this storm pass. We're hoping it is not really that strong. It is raining right now, although a bit quick in a way. So I think those are most of it. I enjoyed working on this puppet theater here. And I'm excited to show it to Daniel next time. But I'm hoping that it wouldn't get broken easily so that we can use it on a longer run. So I think those are most of it. I'm gonna let you go now. I'm hoping you guys have a very fine day crafting or some relaxing time after a day's work, and also some family bonding time. So that's it from me. Bye for now.